We live in an age where those in power are openly using every weapon at their disposal to impose their will upon the future. Where the principles of authoritarianism and individualism stand in open conflict in the streets, in the courts, in the news, in everyday life. Where the choices we make and the choices that are made for us have consequences no one can foresee. You do not stand alone. You do not fight alone. You do not suffer alone. We are united. We resist. We are here with you. As long as there is a truth that remains hidden, as long as lies are spread openly, we will continue to speak out. We will continue to question. We will continue to be the united resistance.
Fight them until we can't.
Oh man, that intro every single fucking time gets me fired up, and yeah, I think it has me extra fired up today. And there's a lot of us that are in the chat on the panel that are fired up right now. I do want to quickly say hello to everybody that is in the chat this evening. We have 13 viewers popped in so far. We've got Gap here, Gap After Dark. What's going on? John DeBelvis is here. What's up, John? Grumpy Old Ninja stopped in to like and share the stream. Appreciate you, brother. We've also we've got Sir Talks a Lot, but he's also here on the panel. We've got Lasso of Truth. Trina's in the house. She is modding and also chatting, so she's pulling double duty. We also have DJ Odyssey is here, and our boy Tobat's here. And Inflated Drunk 3PO is here. What's up, dude? Lindsay the Cynical Geek is in the house. What's going on, Lindsay? Philip Gaming is in the house. What up, Phil? Great to see you. So, yeah, we got a lot of folks up in here right now. I'm glad to see everyone. Our special guest is here on the panel. We've also got Corey. Sir Talks a Lot. What up, what up? Immortal Coil is in the house with us.
Hell.
We've got Eats Up Joaquin of the Place to Be Reviews. We've got my dude Will that he has no really special claim to fame other than we go to sporting events together. So that's pretty much it. Free Speech Gaming, Steven, my jack of all trades producer guy, and of course Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective is here. What up, sir?
We will fight them by the cages. We shall fight them by the bales of hay, and we shall never surrender. What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, what's up? And
hey,
of
Drew,
course,
I'm going to interrupt you.
Can you believe I actually
Jasmin
watched that
next
movie
to
2
you on
nights
this
ago?
app.
What's that?
You should put Drew on. You should put Jasmin next to you up here, dude. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
There we go.
Perfect.
So then,
She's much better looking than I am.
Oh man,
She has skin.
I didn't know I'd have to get demoted for that, but I'll take what I can get.
No, I just put you on the outer periphery, dude. I put Corey in the middle because he gets the ookie cookie. But anyway,
How can I argue with that?
But anyways, as I said, folks, we've been advertising it all week. Jasmin St. Clair's in the house. She's been on the show before, but Jasmin is an awesome lady. And what's even better than that is she's an awesome patriot. And I'm proud to call her one of my awesome friends that this friendship has been great. It's great to have you on, Jasmine.
Thank you for having me back. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of us are excited, but I think a lot more people are kind of pissed off and fired up right now. The events of the past 24 hours have really thrown everybody for a loop. Um, if we're being honest with ourselves as the American people right now, we need to really realize that our institutions have essentially collapsed, folks. They're gone. They've been taken over.
They have failed us. They have failed us.
Well, they've been taken over and weaponized, Tommy. And the thing is we need to understand at this juncture that if they can come after someone that is as well known, as connected as a former president, then they can come after anyone. And what you need to understand is if you don't march to their worldview, if you do not follow what they want you to, you are a target. So plan accordingly, get supplies, stock up on ammo, and be ready to fight for our lives, because that is what it's going to come down to, folks. That is what it's going to come down to. And we need to really look out for one another. Those of us that are liberty-minded, I don't care if you're a former Democrat. I don't care if you're a fellow conservative. I don't care if you're a libertarian. We are all now in the same foxhole because we are, in their eyes, extremists or dissidents or enemies of the state. We need to band together.
Well, I think that's the biggest problem, Drew. A lot of these people think that they could sit on the fence, and they think that, well, it's somebody else's problem. I'm not going to have to worry about that. I just need to keep my head down and keep doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to be fine. What they don't realize is eventually these people are going to be coming for them too. And then all of a sudden, that is when it's going to be a problem for those people, when it's all of a sudden dropped on their doorstep. We've seen the same kind of nonsense with the riots a couple years ago. Like that one politician out there, oh, it's not a problem until it showed up on her doorstep. Then all of a sudden it was a problem. That is the biggest problem that we're having with what you would call the normies out there right now. They don't want to see it, and they want to bury their heads in the sand thinking that somebody else is going to take care of it. And that's not the way Americans work, people. Wake the fuck up.
Lindsay put it the best. Americans versus communists. That's what this is all about. Damn Skippy.
We deserve security, but you don't.
I just want to point something out about what you said in the opening, Drew, that about the fact that whether you're a former Democrat or wherever you come from to join in this fight, that I actually am a former Democrat. I was once a registered Democrat up until I think it was maybe part of the way through the first Obama term. And I, you know what, I had a choice to make. I could have stayed where I was, taken the easy way out, buried my head under a pillow, and right now I'd be more content than ever, although naive and ignorant at the same time. But no, I made the conscious choice to wake the fuck up and just get my head together and realize what's going on here.
And that's what my wife and I were just talking about today with the crap that they've been pulling the past 24 hours with the raid yesterday. It's just going to wake more people up. They're going to see that when Donald Trump said, they're not trying to get to me, they're trying to get to you. I'm just in the way. That's true, and this is going to open more people's eyes.
Jasmine, what did you think of the events of the past 24 hours?
It's horrendous. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a joke. Then I turned on Newsmax or something and I saw it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And no matter what, they've tried to nail Trump many times before, and they've gotten nothing whatsoever. But what I did hear was that in that box of archives, it was some stuff related to Epstein.
Yes.
And if it was classified, I don't think he can declassify them if it has something to do with an investigation. But he has dirt on these people, and they know it. He is smarter than any of them because he didn't get to where he has been by being dumb. So at the end of the day, whatever needs to come out will come out. The election fraud, there are links to Epstein. I mean, I still have those flight logs from the Epstein flight logs from a few years ago. My friend investigated him in Florida. He actually was one of the producers on the Netflix show.
No
Now,
shit.
yeah,
Throw that in my face.
Now, I want to know, why is it that Bill Clinton is on a flight with a bunch of underage girls? I have not seen Trump on there. I have not seen anyone from our party. I saw a few other names on there. Naomi Campbell. So was he using her to get street cred? So there are other names, which it's like 80 pages I have. So this is about Epstein. This is about things coming back around, I think. But I'm ready to fight. I mean, I've got my guns ready.
Well, the thing of it is, we know it all the way back from January 6th. All right, you guys know I was there on the ground covering it. I was right fucking there. Thankfully I'm still walking free, but a lot of people aren't. And I never thought it would get to the point in America we had political prisoners in this country. But we're there, and they're being treated like shit. By the way, they're not telling. Mainstream media isn't telling you that the conditions there are horrible. The way they're treating those people is absolutely fucking reprehensible. But they're not telling you because they don't want you to know.
And then at the same time, you've got the dementia patient in the White House that's ready to trade a goddamn Russian arms dealer for a stupid-ass WNBA player who's a communist anyway and, kneels during the national anthem, disrespects the flag. You know what? You can keep your happy ass over there, Brittany Griner, you freaking Sasquatch bitch. Nobody wants your ass back. Nobody wants your ass back. And you're giving up an arms dealer, somebody who supplied weapons of war to kill Americans and our allies, and you're just like, oh yeah, we gotta get Brittany back, man. Black Lives Matter and such and whatnot, and yeah, like what? Like she smuggled. I smoke weed. I eat edibles. I have vape pens. I use a vape pen every fucking day. Not when I'm driving though, or going to school because I'm responsible. No, but point being, I'm not going to try to take them on a goddamn airplane, especially to a fucking communist country that kind of frowns upon that kind of thing because they don't let people have personal liberties like we have here. But no, let's go ahead and just fucking, let's just be stupid and then play victim because accountability for our actions, well, what's that? What's that?
It's not even about the fact that she was detained, charged, and convicted by Russia, but it's not Russian law. It's federal aviation law.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Obviously, she would have been better off if she went to somebody throw me a country here. Throw me a friendly country. But the point is, it just happened to be. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I had a brain lapse there. But good, the fact is, she landed in Russia, and she's got it's not exactly Midnight Express, but you're almost there. It's not far off.
Yeah.
Let's. I do want to. Because she's been so quiet and so awesome. Janet from Another Planet is here.
Hi, Janet.
Hail to Janet.
Hail.
Janet. Yeah. Janet, what did you think of yesterday?
I thought it was a setup. I figured they're going in and going to plant some shit and leave, and then they're going to arrest Trump. They're probably still going to, and start a civil war because that's what they want. Because we're the deplorables and we're terrorists already.
Well,
there's been labeled that.
Is it just because so much time has gone by that I just have this? I can't. It's getting harder and harder for me to imagine Donald Trump doing the perp walk. Maybe it's just because so much time has gone by since the first time somebody, you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter if it's true. It just have to taint him.
I'm not saying he's guilty at all. I'm just listen. You can arrest somebody even if you know they're innocent. We've long since proven that in this country.
People get arrested every day that are innocent, but they don't care.
They kind of already
happen.
They
Go ahead,
kind of
Tony.
already tipped their hand. They already kind of tipped their hand, Janet, at that they were going after him anyway, because they never talk about they actually have somebody under investigation when they have them under investigation, because that tips a person off. They've already had a couple statements out there where they say he is 100% being investigated. That is something you never say up front when you're actually investigating something.
I never heard that one.
They've
never heard anybody actually do that until
They've
now.
been after him since
Exactly.
day one. Before
Yeah, they've
when
been
he came
after him
down the
since day one.
escalator, they've been after him ever since, and nothing has stuck. So they're gonna plant shit. That's the only thing they got left.
Well, and on top of that,
look,
anything
honestly,
else is
ahead.
going to go
They
crazy.
would have raided Hunter's house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
If they
Go
were
ahead,
really
Corey.
going for evidence, why didn't they do that? But see, they don't care about evidence. They don't need evidence. They just need slander.
Well, and that's
They're
the
all
thing
terrorists.
is they
Yeah.
confiscated way more than whatever that search record, that search warrant covers. Period. I guarantee you, they're the FB fucking eye. They fuck things up. So what they did was they went outside of the scope of their warrant. They then collected anything that they want, and then we'll have another mysterious, along the same lines of the Supreme Court leak, pop up all over again, and then while they can't use the information that they find on Trump to defame him, they will magically make it appear in public purview so that everyone will know about it. So, like, wake the fuck up, people.
You gotta
They're coming for
remember,
you
everyone
next.
that voted
Nobody's
for
fucking
Trump-
safe.
Everyone that didn't vote for Trump, anyways, already believes he's innocent. All the other people that did vote for Biden, they already think he's guilty. So it doesn't matter. I mean, they're not going to sway people with this fake bullshit.
Not going to stop them from
The only
trying,
thing
though.
they're doing is pissing us off, just like they did January 6th, and they just want us to do something. And
That's a
then it's all
gaslight.
going to be us. It's our fault because we're terrorists.
It's a
That's why
gaslight.
they need to shut down November's elections and have mail-in ballots, because we can't be trusted. We're going to go in all these different places and blow people up, stab people, shoot people with our weapons that we won't give up, and it's all going to be on us. And it's all going to be Trump's fault. There you go. That's what's going to happen.
Goddamn, your
to
shit looks
address-
scorious, Janet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jasmine, I wanted to ask you, because you sent me that tweet from Robbie Starbuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, that is absolutely, mind-boggling that that the guy that okayed that warrant, he's dirty.
So they don't care.
And
I mean, that guy was mixed up. He was on the Epstein client list. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there are a bunch of them on there. It's an 80-page flight log.
Jesus.
Wasn't the
It's
the judge who signed the warrant before they went into Mar-a-Lago? He was the attorney. He worked for the government investigating Epstein, and then he, in the middle of the investigation, started his own firm and then was representing Epstein, and now he signs the warrant to go in and raid Mar-a-Lago. Gee, this is more unreal than a professional wrestling angle. Like this is more. It is more unbelievable that you know what I mean. Like you could take the Katie Vick angle from WWE with Kane and Triple H, and that's more believable. You know what I mean? It's ludicrous, but it's reality.
A dog chasing its own tail makes more sense at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened with the porn lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Avenatti.
Avenatti, yeah.
Avenatti, yeah.
But nobody talked about it. Nobody gives a shit. They lost. Trump won, and nobody gave a shit. So there you go. That's real.
Bringing a little levity to the proceedings. I like that.
It's just what people see on TV. That's all that people care about. Well, not us, of course, but them. The ones, the Trump people are all behind them. We're all ready to get our guns and go ablaze. That's what I'm going to be dying on my front yard. They're going to come and shoot me. And take that's what's going to happen.
I mean,
I just blazed before we started.
This is bad.
This is terrible. All of this is awful. I just can't believe it's happening.
Charging my battery, Steven.
It's shocking to me. All of this.
Well, all right. I don't want to scare the shit out of people, but there
I'm
is.
pretty sure the government did that yesterday.
Right.
Well, no, there.
If you had a brain cell that works.
There was something, and Jasmine could tell you, because I texted it to her late last night. I shared her the article that because I was talking to comics division, and he told me in San Antonio, they are the Army is doing urban combat exercises. They're doing 100% urban combat exercises in the middle of San Antonio, Texas.
Are they
in the middle of the city at night?
What the fuck?
Simulated gunfire, simulated explosions.
Why would they do it during the day?
But wait, it gets better. The other thing that they're doing is practicing simulated breaches. What does this tell you, folks? What does this tell you? I'm asking you, the audience, what does that tell you? If the Army is doing that kind of training, what does that tell you?
Are we talking UN-23 things?
It's telling you that they're waiting for us to do something so they can kill us, take us out. We're just
that just makes perfect.
We're a pimple on the big ass of government.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, they're never going to get all the collective. We're too small. We run in between their legs. They're never going to get us all. And we are all wearing armor. Good luck trying to get our fuzzy asses.
They have special places. Lucky trying to chase the chicken the first time, not the second time.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Jazz?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was sitting there when I found that out, and then it was confirmed. I was like, "Holy shit!" Chat, I'm putting this directly in the chat for you guys. This is an article. Soul Assassin should recognize it because he said he lives in San Antonio. It's from KSAT.com news. That should cover it in a nutshell right there. But this is happening real time. And I'll go ahead and share that same article really fast, and we'll look at it. Again, this show is not here to read articles, so we're not going to sit here and read the shit out of this article.
Yeah, we're not NPR.
Yes. Yeah. The U.S. Army will be conducting military training exercises in certain parts of the downtown and central area of San Antonio this week, according to the San Antonio PD. Trainings will take place from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. between Tuesday and Friday. So, it's happening.
Maybe they're just getting ready to invade Canada.
I could halfway actually accept that more than this. Can you imagine too if you're like a veteran with PTSD or something like that, and this shit is happening near your house? I would feel bad because some poor dude's gonna go just off the deep end, walk out his house because it triggers an episode. And then poor guy's just gonna get absolutely Swiss cheesed.
Hey, Drew, can I ask you a question? Did you see the video that Judge Napolitano put out?
No, what was that?
It's on TikTok. Just look up Judge Napolitano's thing. I don't have the video myself, but somebody sent it to me on Twitter and or posted it on Twitter, and I watched it. And it's him responding to what happened yesterday. So if you get a chance, you might want to watch it. It's pretty informative. I didn't get to watch it all the way to the very end, but I thought maybe you'd be interested in seeing it.
Well,
hey, Drew,
he's not a Trumper.
Go ahead.
Drew, can I ask Jasmin a question?
Sure.
With everything in light, with everything that just happened with Mar-a-Lago, and with all the things that we're seeing posted, like people like Nancy Pelosi saying that China is a free and wonderful country and everything, do you suppose that a lot of this shit that they're doing with Trump right now is just a distraction from everything else that they're doing behind the scenes?
Of course. And we're also 90 days out from a midterm. So it's two things. It's that to try to sway the election once again. And of course, it's another distraction. They keep trying everything under the sun with this guy. And the real Chinese prostitutes are Pelosi, Biden, and that whole clan.
Right.
That's So
I'd say Taiwanese, but Taiwan is China. So.
Well, okay. Well, sorry if I offended
you. Kamala Harris.
WHO just entered the chat.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Permanently glue their hands around their own ankles. That's what they need to do.
No, it's bad, and it's some kind of distraction. They probably have like a whole handbook, like a whole playbook ready to go. But every time Trump will win. This time, though, we have no choice but to prepare for war.
Well, and again, when you have the army actively out there practicing urban warfare exercises, just coming off a very suspect raid of a high-profile figure. Okay, and Brahma Bulls in the chat, he just said the FBI sees Representative Scott Perry's. Are you fucking serious? Jesus Christ, man! So
Can you cite a source?
This is even more. This is even more that just tells you that these institutions there's no honor left in them. There's no impartiality. There's no nonpartisanship.
There's no human left in them.
It's all compromised. It's all compromised.
I mean,
Jesus.
How many people they send in? 100? I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's all a show. The whole thing is a ginormous show, a Hollywood theatrical experience for everyone to watch and Google over. Oh, look what happened. Yay.
Yeah.
Look what Trump's going to do.
To respond to John DeBelvis, that was Fang. That was Eric Swallowswell.
The guy who definitely didn't.
How could I forget that name?
Camera. Yeah. There was a cup dragged across a desk at the same time while he was clenching on camera.
Yeah. Hail to Tree Rock Creations, man. Clocking out, going home, everyone. ETA 20 minutes. All right, we'll see you soon, buddy. Man, we got the chat's blown up. We got 24 in here right now.
Nice. Hail and welcome.
Exactly.
Hail.
Did just want to mention sort of what we're seeing right now, what the Democrats typically do, which is blame the other side for what they themselves are doing. Mm-hmm. So they've been calling Donald Trump a fascist. Yeah, it's pure projection and gaslighting. They've been calling Donald Trump a fascist for 5.5 years now. But they're the ones who are weaponizing the three-letter agencies against their political opponents. They're the ones who are trying to censor people. They're the ones who are trying to take away the citizens' abilities to defend themselves. They're also the ones who are trying to collectivize certain businesses through pushing unions and the like. They're doing everything that a fascist would do, short of putting on jackboots.
Yeah.
So Southern Bell says they are going to Syria.
Oh yeah, we need to go back there.
Oh.
God, man, I'm telling you, it's one of those things. TZ Burton said Janet's filters freaking out.
You know another thing that they're doing, Drew, and it's something that no other freaking political party has ever done before with a lot of these bills and everything they're passing. Usually they hide this shit in there as riders on these bills. They're not even hiding this shit anymore. They just had that Inflation Reduction bill that they were passing, and they're coming right out and saying this is the most important environmental bill that we are ever going to be able to pass. Yeah, they're sitting there bragging about it, and they're talking about all the money that's going to the IRS, and they're not hiding it anymore.
Another $100 billion went out to
putting it right out front and saying we're screwing you. We're taking all this money, and guess who's going to be footing this bill in the end? If people still think that individuals making over $400,000 a year are the ones that are really going to be footing that bill, oh my God, these people, they just need to go jump off a bridge now because they're fucking hopeless.
I think one thing that's actually working in the favor of those on our side is the fact that I've noticed that over the last couple of years, it seems like secrecy and keeping things on the DL is not really one of the priorities of this administration.
Not anymore.
And honestly, I don't agree with not anymore. I think it's actually been a while since we've seen them actually make a concerted effort to keep things under wraps. And I think a perfect example of that is what Drew read in that article. What was it? They actually gave like the time and the date and the time that they were going to have these exercises. Did I miss that?
No, it said it right in the article. But
seriously, let's go watch. It'll be fun.
Hey, Billy Ann, it's great to see you, my friend Billy Ann's in the chat, and Southern Belle, it's also great to see you. Glad that you're here. But no, the thing of the thing that kicks me in the ass about all this is just the fact that it's just it's so blatantly out there. It's
They don't care.
not to steal that line from Picard, but yeah, it's sheer fucking hubris. I need that fucking drop-in clip, by the way. But
He says say it a little.
I got you.
I mean,
send
they're
it to you,
arming
Drew.
our
Look us up, E-Tech.
tax people. Now they
got
got
it.
SWAT
Hang on.
teams to go in and collect their taxes. I mean, it's I don't know how we're ever going to recover from this. If we have to do 2 more years of this, I don't know what we can save. I don't know what's going to be left.
Jasmin, I want to ask you: Are we headed towards those Walmart FEMA camps, like Alex Jones said?
I hope not. I'll just jump ship to Europe before that even happens. They take us as political asylums in some places, political asylum seekers in some places. Yeah, we're going there. I mean, I heard a helicopter flying over my place this morning, and it was flying really low. It looked like something else, not like a cop helicopter, not like a test.
One of them unmarked black helicopters.
No, it wasn't unmarked. It was unmarked, but it wasn't black. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we're heading to something really bad. We're heading towards a civil war. This is what they're doing, and they will keep overstepping each boundary that they have to in order to bring us to that, to divide us.
Oh, well, yeah, civil liberties, the word civil liberties, you have no civil liberties anymore, people. They are taking them, and not even slowly. They are
In
just
broad
taking,
daylight, they're taking everything.
But
They have nothing to fear.
But the thing, it's funny you mentioned that, Jasmine. The thing that I've seen, and folks, I've had this happen, and yeah, I know I'm not going crazy. I can promise you that. But there's been times, I've had strange vehicles that drive by my house, strange cars that I don't recognize, that definitely aren't from the neighborhood, drive by my house real slow. I've had people get out like they're casing the property. I've had drones, not combat type drones, but small drones. The 4-propeller little small drone type that regularly just happened to fly over my house, and it's not neighbors playing with drones. It's these look like something else. So I know I'm being watched. So I know that ever since I got back from being there at J6, I've been watched. Most likely it's in some office, someplace. I'm on a list. Probably not high up on the list, but I'm on a list.
Maybe one of the lesser 3-letter organizations. Maybe not necessarily the FBI or the.
But that's no bullshit, because I've gone outside to smoke a cigarette and I've seen a drone fly over myself. So the shit is happening. They are watching people.
I mean, they do it in other countries. Why wouldn't they do it here? It's like in Australia when they were taking people off to the quarantine camps. They were using CCTV footage and whatever footage they could get a hold of and tracking people down using their license plates and facial recognition. That one chick who had the famous video out there where she was calling out the bullshit, that's how they caught her. She had close contact with somebody, as in she walked past a guy on the street and they tracked down her license plate on her scooter. I mean, it's straight up Orwellian where we're going in this world, and I don't see why we know that the American government's doing it here. They just can't prosecute in a normal court with any information that they get.
Not yet.
Dean said, that's where Chris Jericho pops up and tells Drew, you just made the list.
Well, it's like that video we were watching last night on Comics Division show where, like I said, they were showing how they track everybody in China, 1.4 billion people. It's like I said, man, it's like Winter Soldier. It's fucking Project Insight right there. That's exactly what that is. Rip it off the page and put it into practice. That's exactly what fucking China did. And we're all I'm not saying they got, big ass gunships, but I mean the tracking technology is literally the exact same thing as what they were using, back in 2014.
Right. I want to ask Corey a question, then I'm going to go over to Jasmine. Corey, I want to ask you something from the psychological perspective, and that is why, after all the evidence to the contrary, why are people still so willfully ignorant and allow themselves to walk around in the dark when it's right in front of them?
It's actually several things that'll play into that. The first of all would be what I think is most prevalent on the right would be pluralistic ignorance. And by saying that, I mean somebody else is going to take care of it. There's enough people talking about it and doing stuff that I don't have to. That's going to be one problem with it. The second part is on the left. They're doubling down on ideals. And this happens, you see this in cult behavior a lot. People will be given evidence to disprove their beliefs, and instead of actually looking at the evidence, they'll double down on what they believe and then start searching for things to support their narrative, as we see all the time in modern society. But that doubling down actually causes a lot of problems. We've seen it with UFO cults and stuff that wind up committing self-deletion. But when you put it into a societal scale, especially with the United States, where everything is supposedly readily accessible and the information on the internet is true. Couldn't even get through that. But they double down even quicker because then they can find illegitimate sources to back up their claims, and then they can continue working in the dark, or they're just lazy thinkers where they don't want to think about it. That's too much. That's not affecting me directly. So I'm just going to move on with my day and it'll get dealt with. And those are the big problems from a psychological standpoint with these types of people, is they will double down almost every time. Look at what happens with, the whole transgender movement, for instance. They've been doubling down like fucking crazy. And now we're seeing it with the Biden shit and Trump being guilty.
Yeah, and that's another subject I wanted to talk about before we here in a little bit, was because I know that I didn't get a chance to finish the conversation Jasmin and I were having on her program about groomers, and I really wanted to get into that too. But this is obviously what's going on kind of trumps the regular discussions we were going to have, and rightly so, because we're a current events show as well. So,
and it's a bigger problem than is recognized. So please continue.
But no, Jasmin, I was going to you. I was gonna ask you, since from your perspective, from living out there in Cali, why are so many people fucking asleep, man? Why will they not look at the evidence right in front of their face and break the fucking program?
Because it's La La Land. No, I just, it's stupid because there are a lot of idiots in this town specifically. I'm in Santa Monica and in Malibu, in between the two places, and there's some real morons. You have a lot of the Hollywood elites here, so blue rules don't really affect them, blue laws. So it's okay to defund the police and do all this other moronic stuff. It's okay. And yeah, it's okay to have a mentally ill man touching your child and dancing with them at a gay bar, because that's normal. That's being woke. I don't know what the hell's in the water here. I'm not from here, just for the record. I'm from New York City. So I have no idea what it is with people. I think it's a mob mentality, and it's very dangerous. I mean, I've seen I've seen kids here in this town, and they think it's okay. Like a little boy dressed up in a girl's dress at 5 years old. Like at 5, I was thinking about motorcycles. I was thinking about gymnastics and stuff like that, like normal things kids do. I don't think any of us were thinking at 5 years old if we are a boy or a girl, if we want to wear a dress or pants, or what we want to identify with.
They're not even programmed to think about those things at that age either.
No, you're not. And it's also, California wrote the handbook on progressiveness, on that illness. So it's a lot of stuff. I know I went to the Ronald Reagan Museum a few days ago, and he had a real love for this country. So if he saw what was going on now, actually, he's probably rolling in his grave right now.
No, my friend DJ says, to be fair, New York City right now is just as bad.
I don't know.
I hate to agree with him, but I'm gonna have to. It's really not that much different on the other coast.
Really? I was just there 2 weeks ago. I didn't see anything like this. You have to come out here and see the homeless people and all the crazy people on the corner. And I have no sympathy for them. I'm not going to give them a dime, because then they're just going to keep coming back.
Well, and this is the thing that, again, the politicians are shying away from. All right, we have American brothers and sisters that are living in the streets in tent cities because they can't afford food. They're on opioids, which, by the way, the government is complicit in creating the opioid crisis. Think about it, because
federally
most of
supplying.
them
Keep them down, keep them unreliable.
Most of them were fucking invested in those goddamn companies, in those that were making the painkillers. Again, with the Pfizer and the Merck and all
Fucking
of those
Merck.
kind of companies, they are complicit in contributing to the fucking opioid crisis, knowing that the painkillers themselves were gonna gateway into fucking heroin. And they fucking did that. Because it's like they soulless bastards. It's all about the dollar. That's it. That's all they fucking care about, is making money. And people die along the way. Oh, that's fine. Just fucking thins the herd. I hate this fucking mentality, because it's a serf. It goes back to classism. It's the elites versus the fucking serf class, and I'm sick of it.
I gotta tell you, I cannot wait. I cannot wait till, and obviously I don't hope this happens, and it probably won't happen, but till this globalist phenomenon gets what they want, and it's nothing but one percenters with power amongst themselves with nothing else. Imagine that world. How would they make it 6 months amongst themselves? Who are they going to turn on then? They got to turn on somebody.
Ask Corey. There's the perfect guy to ask. He's the psychologist.
I am asking Corey. I'm sure you got this question before. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, they always eat their own, bro. It never fails.
There's always got to be somebody to attack.
Yeah, there always has to be, because these people have to maintain a power imbalance that puts them in a favorable position. And unfortunately, they're run out of all of the dumbass ideas, and now they're just going to start putting boots down.
Well,
like what they did in Mar-a-Lago.
The only time that anything affects anyone from Hollywood or in the elites, the rich elites that are liberals, is when they're thrown under the bus. That's it. Nothing else affects them. They stick like glue, because I don't know how they do it, but they got people that, because they don't think for themselves. All of us in this panel right now, we have our own thought process. We go, oh, you're stupid, or we make fun of each other, we tease each other, but we accept each other with our faults. Okay. I've been on the phone with Drew,
and out there, their shit don't stink.
And Drew fell asleep listening to me talk, because apparently I'm boring.
No,
but we laugh and we get over it. It's no big deal, because we accept each other the way we are. The liberals just walk around like zombies and do whatever they're told until they get thrown under the bus, and then they're like, "What happened? What did
it's because they all follow a utopian worldview, so they don't have to actually consider the ramifications of anything else, as long as whatever action they're taking, which the elites are going to tell them to do, will lead them to the utopia.
That's right. That's exactly true. And that's the difference. That's what separates us from them, is we think for ourselves.
Oh, I'm sorry, Janet. Does anybody remember the book, The Time Traveler, the movie The Time Traveler, with the Moloch and the Eloi? Basically, the liberals are the Eloi, and the elites are the Moloch. They feed on them. They ring the bell. Here comes all the cattle, and that's what they're. These people are lemmings. Like they don't. They literally, like, I got into it with today with this and I always said I just do this for fun. It's like nothing is going to be gleaned from this. So after a certain point, like when I know I've got him, I'm just going to keep sticking the needle in and twisting, and he did, like when the guy like DMs me and he said, "You're mids." I'm like, I had to look this up. I'm like, what kind of cuck language is this? I'm like, I'm mediocre. I'm like, no shit, Bud, I look you up on Instagram. I'm 38. I'm retired and I don't have a mortgage. Let's talk about who's mids here, son. I'm like, yeah, I'm just saying, I don't like, I'm not going to get so pissed off. Like I go and DM somebody on Facebook over a disagreement. Like it's freaking hilarious, but they glitch. They can't handle anything that goes outside of their pre-programmed talking points, because they are, and I hate to use the term because it's almost ridiculous, but the NPC mentality, that they literally, they're drones. It's like the Borg, except at least they, but these people, and to bring it back to something I said last night, because it's still, it's a universal truth, is everybody wants to live under that communist utopia until they're on their knees facing a ditch with a 45 to the back of their head, and then it's lights out, because you're a useful idiot, and useful idiots have a very short shelf life. It is. So these people, and I tell these idiots all the time that if you voted for Biden, you better be jumping up and down right now and fucking cheering the fact that we're paying triple for groceries, triple for gas. You better be on your hands and knees praising him for ruining the fucking economy.
Yes,
yep,
sir.
That's it. It's the govern me harder daddy crowd is what they are, and it's
they're
fucking
sharks.
ridiculous.
They cannot even stand their own kind. If you are a white gay person and you lean towards Republican, you're honorary fucking straight guy.
Well, they're in a box. I mean, immediately.
Well, it's kind of like a
saying.
couple of years ago they were saying, what was it? Straight black men are the gay men of the white community. I can't remember what it was, but basically, straight black men are the white people of the black community. So unless you're falling completely in line, they're going to call then they can call you anything. Look at what they were calling Ripa a few weeks ago when he was when his campaign was blown up.
Yep.
You had white people on there straight up calling him the N-word.
Well, look what they call us.
But why is that okay? Why is that okay with them? Why does the left think it's all right for anyone to call
rules for thee,
that?
not for me?
Candace Owens, Larry Elder, Clarence Thomas. After Roe v. Wade, Clarence Thomas, it's all these liberal white people throwing these disgusting epithets at him, and it's like, and then they're like, "I'm tolerant, peaceful. You're a bigot." It's like, what? Like, what? Dude, is your brain as smooth as my freaking dome right now? Like, what?
Hey, I gotta give something to Soul Assassin, because he said, "Hey, man, it was $200 for just a few things that he had to get a few days ago." Yeah, here's a message for you, Soul Assassin, right here.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Of course he'd be giving that fucking speech at the AFL-CIO. Jesus, fuck me.
Oh, I want to barf.
Yeah. Poor Jasmine probably wants to barf too.
Well, I was at a barbecue a few days ago, and this stupid girl, I think she's dating my friend. I don't know what the hell she is, but I haven't been back there since. And this is how dumb she is. Like, I just wanted to smack her, like put eye drops in her food to give her diarrhea, because she talked a lot of shit. So first and foremost, she's been here illegally for quite some time, but then she finally got her papers. Her exact words: "Oh, it's okay. I don't care if it's inflation, because he has a good heart." It's like, what what are you saying? He has a good heart, so you would much rather pay more money. Well, he doesn't separate families. So at that point, I just wailed on her. I said, well, first of all, if the government tells you, do not cross the borders and come here with your family because you will be separated, what does that mean? Don't cross the border. And that is exactly what it is. And it's not being a bigot. I don't go to other countries crossing borders illegally. I mean, my parents
personal shit. Yeah,
we're the only country that does it. Every other country has laws against it.
Exactly.
Okay, except for us, and we're the bad guy. We give you free needles to shoot up. We give you condoms. We give you a sex change. We'll give you a driver's license. Well, man,
we'll give you monkeypox and COVID.
I can't believe they're not bundling that stuff yet.
That's
how much money they can make. I mean, that's how I get my internet and my cable.
Yeah, monkeypox is just a
humble bundle
gift.
Well,
is that schlong? Is that schlong COVID?
You're only gonna get monkeypox if if it's like surprise butt sex. You know, I mean,
Well,
that's-
not
that's-
really, Drew. Let's be
You
reasonable
lost me
about
on that one, bro.
Okay, if you got a guy that's bisexual and he has sex with a man and he gets monkeypox, he could give it to a woman, and then
Can we
woman
dr-
who's straight is having sex with men and they're getting it, and then or if she ends up being a bisexual and likes women, then she's also giving it to other women. So that's how it spreads, just like AIDS.
Or maybe it's just a fucking media invention, and we're all.
Yeah,
idiots,
well, it could be.
you know?
Go ahead, play it, Corey.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. Changing people's lives. I don't want to hear.
The only thing that would make that better is if they actually showed him like floating away. I don't know why.
I love
had
that.
vision.
That's
That is great.
Dumpster fire.
I sent that to you in your Gilded, Drew, so you can download that and use it.
Nice. Like, yeah, I'm gonna. That's an improvement. I have to use that one too.
Show's gonna change forever. We're gonna use that one from now on.
Oh,
that scenario that Janet was describing, I just want to like draw that on and tell her. Well, basically, Pat, what we got here is we got a woman, we got a man, then we got one of these transformer right here. We got both kinds of gels. We'll draw that up here, and then the gay guy goes over here, and then the butt sex. But he's bisexual. He doesn't tell this guy. Then he comes over here, does a flap out, bam, right here, and then Ace is a place for me, tough acting to acting.
I don't know why, but I just imagine Pat Summerall being Joe Biden, just like sitting there, and after it's done, he's like, and I don't know.
I wanted to hear by Menon.
Yeah.
By Menon.
What about Corin Robinson, John?
Look, Corey Robinson, he's not as good as old Leon Lett. Except for Thanksgiving Day, Leon Lett was running back and fumbling, and then bam, Don Beebe came and knocked the ball off his head, and then didn't get to tell you what the safety. The Cowboys lost. Pat.
Oh man, that's
I gotta. And what? I gotta go. It's time. I gotta go though. It's I gotta cut. I gotta go talk wrestling over on Tony Tone Deaf's channel. Hail to this wonderful panel, Jasmin. It was great seeing you again.
You too.
As it is everybody else, especially Corey, who I want to bring on my channel now.
Hell yeah, hit me up.
You can make an appearance over there.
We
Definitely.
need to all,
And
you
Drew,
know,
too.
we need to all connect. Like if you
Yeah.
know, if Jasmine gets like in Ohio, like show up here or something, we need to all connect and hang out, kick it.
I go back in the ring. I'll have her come in and be my valet.
Oh,
She
I'll
can
be
come
your
valet
valet.
for me. She
Yeah,
can come
I'll
in
bring-
valet
I'll
for
bring
me.
everybody here soap on a rope.
I would
I
just
think
drive
we
to Michigan. Forget coming here. Yeah.
We should all connect though anyway, because I have a show on the Freedom First TV. So I always like to have little round panels now and again. And it's usually on Wednesday. So let's like try to, if Drew could just pass me everyone's email, because I too have to bounce off of here in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus
Oh,
it's really
not-
hot here. I got to get my air conditioner on or something.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and Etep, I'll let you do your outro, bro. Go ahead, tell people
All
what
right.
you got going on.
Hi, I'm Etepo Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I have a beautifully shaved head, and I'm here with all of yous. If you come over to the channel right now, you can see my interview with Session Wrestling Queen, owner of Women on Fire Wrestling, former WWE developmental talent Jennifer Thomas. She was nice enough to sit down again with me and have a nice little conversation about everything going on in her world. You can come over and catch my videos, which are edited almost daily by my editor, Good Stuff Comic Skater. Big shout out to him. And our live streams every Monday night, 8:35 Eastern for Going In Raw, no protection required. We don't worry about the monkeypox, so there's no butt sex, we're fine. We have a member stream an hour before the main show. Wednesday nights, Going Rogue, my Rogue Entertainment show. Again, member stream, 8:05 Eastern. And Saturday night's main event on the channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Saturdays. That's just a free-for-all. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes I'm drunk, mostly I'm high, and we just have a good time. And later on this week, my Russian alter ego, Yuri Grabovich, will be making his return to talk about the developments with Donald Trump on the Communist United News Transmission Service, CUNTS. And yeah, that's all coming up on the channel. That's my my Russian alter ego. He'll be coming back. No word if I'll be singing anything from Fiddler on the Roof during the video for
Hey,
copyright reasons.
Etep, don't forget,
yeah.
you need to do
I never saw that Russian alter ego.
You need to do a Klaus Schwab on the way out because you will have nothing and like it.
It hurts me as a Jew to do that. You will have nothing und like it. That just hurt my ancestors. But really, before I go, I just like.
Wow. Ouch.
Oh,
Bravo, sir.
Best exit ever. Yeah.
So I've got to go too, but thank you so much for having me back on here. I know I get a little bit fired up on these because clearly in California you cannot be on the right; you have to be a left-wing loony bin. So,
yeah. God bless you for proving them wrong. At least
nice
in one
to have
case.
you on our side.
Thank you. Oh, always. I've always been on this side. I mean, I get hell for it sometimes, and I always post the link for my Freedom First Network show on my Instagram story. Then some kids from my acting class saw it. One of them was like, "Oh, that's just so horrible." It's like, take your fucking tampon out of your throat, seriously, and just like grow up, grow some balls.
Well, Jasmine, like I said, tell everybody all the stuff you got going on. And again, thank you so much for coming on here. You know, I'm so thankful that you're a part of my circle, that you're a part of my life. You're a wonderful friend, and you're a great American.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So the name is spelled Jasmin St. Clair. That's Jasmin, no E, STCLAIRE. So Twitter, Jasmin St. Clair. I have a podcast, Crazy Train Podcast with Jasmin St. Clair, and it's Crazy with a K. I drop episodes every Wednesday. I have a couple of shows on the Freedom First TV network. I have one on Wednesdays called Hot Topic, and Friday, Ice Cold Conservative. Ooh! Instagram, The Real Jasmin St. Clair. I had to do that Angeline Wu. I don't know.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
That's great.
Woo!
It was great to meet you. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Based on everything that my esteemed compadre up above me has told me before.
Yeah, Will's one of my really, really good friends. He and I went to broadcasting school together, Jasmine, and you know, I was telling him about you. You know, I'm like, yeah, Jasmine's awesome. So like she's an awesome buddy to have because I mean, you know, she's plugged into what's going on. She really knows what's going on. Yeah.
You could be my first friend from California. I don't have any others.
Terminus, by the way, I actually
I want her on my show. I want her on my show.
Yeah, we're trying to effort that to happen so that Jasmine and Allura can collab, and that would be awesome. So
it'll be like The View, but way better looking and like and a bunch of nasty, angry lesbians. But Janet, I'd love to have you on the show. I have your email. Did I just say that? Oh, and by the way, if Mike Lindell is watching,
I didn't hear anything.
If you ever meet Mike Lindell, I just tell him I want to take him to lunch. I will pay for it just because he's a great patriot. I respect everything he's done for this country. I love his towels, by the way. I have his bobblehead, but I like his book. I really think he has an insane story.
I have I'll reach out to my buddy Chase Geyser that's been on here a number of times, and I'll see if I can't get Mike Lindell's info. I'll
buy lunch, I promise, and it'll be a cheap lunch because he doesn't drink. Okay, stay American, stay safe.
All right, we'll see you, honey.
Bye.
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 Hell.
Oh man,
right. That was awesome. Unfortunately, ladies, I have to leave too.
All right, Corey, talk about yourself.
Hey. Sir Talks a Lot on YouTube. You know it. You will love it if you go watch it. So go watch it. Frankly, it's amazing. It's variety comedy and conversation with a lot of fun YouTubers. Go check that out. Sir Talks a Lot on YouTube. Stay sexy. Don't get murdered. I'm going to go eat and then go to work now.
Hey, don't we have the finale of Dark Philosophy tomorrow?
Tomorrow, me and Drew will be on Sir Talks a Lot for the finale of Dark Philosophy, the season finale, because I have to go back to work full time. So definitely check that out. It'll be a good time. I don't even have a topic figured out yet. So
we'll brainstorm that tomorrow when we chit chat, bro.
Cool. All right, dude. Peace, everybody. Have fun.
Thanks.
Bye,
Janet. It was awesome seeing you again.
Nice seeing you. Hey, I need you to send me a message and make sure that picture's the right one because I'm about to send it off. Okay. I finished those 2 big orders, and I'm still wanting to make these logos. But I gotta have the right pictures. Okay, great.
All right, I will make sure to send you an updated picture or whatever you need. So
thank you very much.
Hail to our boy Eric K. Dropping them links. Love it. Thank you, Eric. Man, I can't tell you how much fun this was because what a fucking guest. What a fucking guest. Jasmin slayed like I knew she was going to. And, that's the thing. She's passionate. And that's why I like having guests in the format that we do. When we have Allura on. And, man, Allura was fucking off the chain when we had her on because, my God, she had intel out. She had mad intel.
Exactly.
She had mad intel on everything that's going on. But these are the type of guests that I get on the show, folks, because, and I'm not going to come on here necessarily unless we're doing a structured interview format like Wes and I did when we had Laura Logan on, because there was a lot of stuff that we wanted to get to. But I like to keep it relaxed. I like to keep it conversational because that's where people really shine. That's where our personality comes out. That's where, we can really get at topics. And that's what I love about it. When you have somebody that's awesome like Jasmin come on, or when you have an Allura Jensen or, Chase Geyser, people like that, this is kind of the best format to do it in. And I'm so thankful that you guys are in the chat and you guys definitely support the content, because I really care about doing this show. This show means everything to me because I am a person that goes after the truth. You guys know I'm passionate about it. The people on the panel are passionate about it. Everybody enjoys bringing this format and this show to you. And without you guys in the chat, it wouldn't be what it is, because you are so much a part of it. Just, the points that you guys make, the additional information that you give us, just a passionate perspective that all of you have as, patriotic Americans, or even those of you that live in other countries that are, really care about the places that you're from. This is the thing. We need to fight for our national identities, all of us, because it's not just an America problem. This is a global problem. This formula is unfolding globally. And if they can manage to bring all these countries to heel and get rid of their national identities, they want to get rid of the nation state. I know I stress that every stream, but that's the truth. The World Economic Forum, the WHO, the IMF, all these people that are in cahoots, they want to get rid of it. The globalists want to get rid of it because patriotic, nationalist people in each of these countries are a problem to them.
Mm-hmm. And they will fucking not. Because you know why? We're the United Resistance.
That's right. And it's not just the title of the show, Mortal. That is a damn good point. Because around the world, people are uniting. People are resisting this. You pay attention to the Dutch farmers and what's going on there. And you pay attention to all the other people that are standing up and saying, no more. All right.
France has been under like a perpetual protest for trying to get their freedoms back for like 4 years now.
And Spain.
Spain.
Oh, yeah, Spain too. Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Italy. Yeah. All over the world, people are waking up. Australia. You remember months ago when they were literally throwing people in camps in Australia and how much they were trying to quash that?
Well, and how much do you guys hate that word gun buyback?
Yeah. Yep. Mandatory gun buyback.
Oh.
I do have a funny gun buyback story though. They tried doing one in Florida as like a test This was about 2-3 years ago. It was when Trump was in office, but they basically said, yeah, we'll buy back guns. We're doing this to, as a soft test to see if people, get some guns off the street. And all they were doing, people were showing up with BB guns because they didn't
I remember
specify.
that.
Yeah, it was just something that
And they paid
pushed a
you like
projectile
$700
out of it. A
to
guy
it.
went to a store and made basically a makeshift shotgun that has a little nail on the back of it
Yeah.
that you hit with a hammer. And they were buying, it was just a flat price. They were giving people $500. One dude went and bought $20 worth of materials at Home Depot, showed up there with it's a homemade firearm, but that falls under what they were trying to.
It is amazing that they're not mass producing that yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Godzillionaire says, don't forget Sri Lanka. That's right.
Well, didn't Obama have like cash for clunkers during his?
Yeah, they had that. I remember that.
Well,
but
I guess every one of them have some stupid thing they're gonna throw.
You can. TZ Burton says you can vote communism in, you can't vote communism out. That's exactly correct.
Well,
and
fuck your asshole.
Well, right, yeah. I mean, that's another way of putting it, Coyle. But you're right.
The Lord knows they keep trying.
But I want to say this, because as I said before we started, I was super fired up. And I was fighting with leftists all this morning, saying stupid shit on my tweets and everything. But look, it's like I said, my father is not buried in Arlington for nothing. I support the Constitution of the United States. That's what I believe in. I believe in the principles of the Declaration of Independence. I believe in the principles that this country was founded upon. And if you want to call me a bigot, you want to call me an extremist, you want to call me a domestic terrorist, you go right ahead. But I'll tell you what, I'm at the top of the damn mountain with them principles. I'm up there with those principles and I'm living my best life. You can come and try to silence me, government. Go right ahead, because you might do it just because I may be homeless next week, but it ain't gonna last forever. Because guess what? I'm gonna come back and keep kicking you in the ass, and I'm gonna come back and keep exposing you because I am going after the truth, and I am not gonna shut up. I'm not gonna stop. And if you come in and try to kill me, kick down my door, whatever, I'm going to take as many of you with me as I can. Because the bottom line is, I am willing to blood. I'm willing to shed blood. I'm willing to sweat. I'm willing to cry tears over my principles and what I believe in. And I will not stop. I will not stop. And there's plenty more people like me, because you can put your neck on the citizens, but eventually they're going to find the strength to lift that boot off. So just wait, because you keep on fucking around and then you're going to find out.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Epic.
Never surrender. Remember?
Yeah, sorry. I had that.
No, it's okay.
I had that rant built up. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to.
You're sorry. How much of an ass do I feel like? I interrupted that epic. That wasn't a diatribe. That was an epic proclamation.
I had to let that shit out.
No pressure there.
I had that going on. I've had that built up all day. But
we don't want you to explode or anything.
But listen, folks. If you want to help out, it is the pinned comment in the chat. I have Mom's Memorial Fund up there, but now mainly, and I want to urge everybody to not only think about sharing and coordinating Mom's Memorial Fund, but also stock up with the things that you need. As I told you earlier, that is the most important, and that's what I need to do. So once I'm on my feet, when we get this Memorial Fund funded, because I do believe, because I've seen this community do awesome things, I really think we're going to get this thing funded. And when we do, okay, the money after I bury Mom, after I catch up the rest of the bills, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be buying supplies. because I'm going to have to protect myself here. I got to protect myself. I'm going to have to protect the broadcast. And that is going to be a priority because no matter what, even if we're occupied and under siege, I'm going to make sure some way, somehow that this voice is coming out like a dose of freedom in your ear every damn day. So that's what I'm asking. If you folks can help, whether it's sharing it out, whether you can toss something at it, whether you toss something at the PayPal or use the tip function, whatever. YouTube already demonetized me and they want to keep screwing with me. That's fine. Let's beat them. Let's beat them. And together with your help, I can do that.
Hell yeah.
So
for shizzle.
All right.
People have just said that.
You're way too white for that, Will.
Final thoughts on this stuff. I'll go around the panel and we'll also let everybody do their outros. And Janet, give your final thoughts.
I don't know. I'm ready. I mean, I have my home. I have food ready. I have water. I have a well. I have chickens. I have a way of watching my property, and I'm surrounded by trees except for right out front. And I have my concealed carry, and I have plenty of ammo. But I don't want to fight. I mean, I don't want to have to do this to protect myself or my family. But if it comes down to it, I'm ready. I'm ready to take a bullet. I mean, because that's the only way they're going to take me down. Because I'm not going to comply. I haven't had a vaccination, and I'm not going to get one. And that's just the way I feel about it. So I love my country, and my dad devoted his 32 years in the Air Force to give me my freedom, along with all his other people in the service. And I'm not going to give that up.
Well, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, darling.
You can see me on Janet from Another Planet. I make short little videos here on YouTube. I also have a TikTok.
And see them.
I have a TikTok channel, and I also have an Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. So you can come see me. And on Monday night, I do a movie review show with
Bruce Lombardo.
Yeah, of Dick's Division. And then I'm here on Tuesday nights with Drew and the rest of the panel, and I love it. Thank you so much.
That's right. Janet, you are a blessing in my life, and I never want you to forget that. And you are an awesome addition to this program because you're honest and you're a great American. And you have a great rag.
Thank you. I'm proud of them. And they're real.
And they're real. Yeah,
no
absolutely. Absolutely. And so we go over to Will, who is a jack of all trades but master of none.
Where have I heard that one before? No, it's just when I think being on this panel can't get any more rewarding, it gets more rewarding. And while I myself am not packing just yet, it's okay because I live with someone who does. As Drew, I mentioned to you, you're like, I remember that. I have preconceived notions about who in your family would. Well, you were wrong about that. He does have one, and I know where it is, and I know enough how to use it. And going back to what Janet said, I would think that most right-thinking people don't want to be put in that position where they have to fight. It's amazing what you're capable of when you're backed into that corner. And I just want to say to Janet that I would have you in my foxhole every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
I join you.
As for Drew, it's like he said. Where when you support him, you're supporting more than just what is more than just what's there. There's more to it. It goes to so much more, and every little bit helps. And obviously, I never really planned a conclusion to this, so just go. I'm done. See you next week.
Then we go over to
It's all shot to shit. Go ahead.
The savagery of Immortal Coil.
What is happening, my friends, my savages? You are listening to the voice of Immortal Coil. Let us not forget the reason that we assembled here tonight is that the great Jasmin St. Clair graced us with her presence, and she gave us a couple of jewels tonight, which I hope you spin and consider. I also hope that you join me on Wednesday nights for the Savage Perspective. I go live at like 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time. You can join me if you feel like it. If you also feel like liking and sharing and subscribing, I will post that shit in Twitter. So thanks once again. Want to also thank Janet from Another Planet. We don't have enough, and I fucking hate that this word is so despicable now. Like, we don't have enough female representation. People who are honest and people
Well,
who,
we have Trina, we have Janet, we have Lindsay.
you know what I mean, buddy?
I think what
like
he's trying to say is, though, it's, I'm sorry, Immortal Coil, but what you're saying is that you can't. It goes both ways. We all wanted to be seen as just representation, not female representation, but you're pretty much ignoring the whole concept of what we're trying to accomplish with that term, female representation.
And it's one of those things where the opposition has this idea that we're against something different than that we're promoting, and it's not true.
Right.
We showed you on this show tonight, we had a former adult star, and we had one of the strongest females that I know in our fucking pool proving the opposite. So suss it out for yourself. And if you can't figure it out, then fuck off.
So I have a.
That's right.
I was discussing this with my wife recently, and I think I came up with a good way. The phrase that we should use rather than the strong female phrase, we should just call the women in our area powerful women, because that's what they are. We don't need to specify female.
Makers.
We don't need to do any of that other stuff. Just powerful.
Yeah,
women.
that's softer than what I said. I'm sorry.
All right,
buddy.
yeah, go ahead, Stephen. Tell them about yourself.
Yeah, so just want to say, for my message going out, I'm going to be the optimist here. So our country has been through some rough times in the past. I mean, we've had higher taxes than we've seen now. We've had inflation going at the same rate in the 70s. Our politics tend to ebb and flow. Now, what we've been seeing with Donald Trump right now is unprecedented. So I'm not saying don't pay attention. I'm not saying don't keep your eyes open. Definitely do that. You should definitely go prepare, because that's what I've been doing lately. Canned goods, dry goods. I picked up a thing from My Patriot Supply. FedEx lost my ammo, so I'm working on getting some of that fixed. Doing all of this stuff, setting up bug out bags. You may not need it, but it's worth spending the little bit of money now and having those safeguards ready to go. I know right now, if the grid completely drops, if I had to go out into the woods, I can grab a fucking bag and my wife and I can survive for a week just based off of what's in that bag.
Steven, did you get your cocaine?
What?
Did you get your cocaine?
I have Coca-Cola. I'm in Georgia.
Well,
is that what you're talking about?
Well,
spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
Come on, Stevie.
No, I'm in the South. We're more meth people down here. That's the problem. But yeah, you guys can find me. You can find me. I've started doing my gaming stream again, but I just kind of do it when I feel like it. But Fridays on my second channel, I just posted up in there, and Trina Lasso of Truth just put it up as well. Fridays 8:30 Eastern, you can find me reviewing a movie with Megan Lee of the New Reviews. This week we are doing Dead Poets Society. And if you
classic.
And if you were trying to catch the replay on the last one, Warner Bros took down our last one, the Iron Giant, for a few days, but it just came back yesterday, so you can catch the replay on that.
That's
Please
right.
do.
But listen, folks, we will always be here every Tuesday, 6:45 p.m., 6:45, 6:55, somewhere around that neighborhood. But we always go live about then, and guarantee you an hour and change of great talk, straight talk. We ain't going to give you no bullshit. We're just going to talk about the truth, and we're going to talk about what's really going on. And, I always operate in good faith. I am not some kind of persona. I'm not some kind of, off the rails wannabe of something else. I'm the first Drew. I'm not, the second coming of anybody. I have my own personality, my own way of doing things. And the bottom line is that I care about everyone, and I want everybody to be all right. And I'm going to fight for y'all, and I'm going to look out for y'all, because that's how I am. So, plain and simple, there it is in a nutshell.
That's my opinion!
All right.
Comics got no chill there.
Yeah, that's right. So, all right, folks. Till next week.
Slower.
That tickled your funny bone just right. It takes a whole
all of a sudden I feel about my hand.
Bruce funny bone.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you back here next Tuesday. And don't forget, Sunday night through the Midnight Prism, we're going to talk about alien abduction. So catch that if you're up late Sunday. Myself, Immortal Coil, and Corey will be there as per usual. And we'll see you then. So take care, folks. Hey, I have a very
hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm E. Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up, what up, what up?
Hello, everybody. It's me, Vinny.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? You didn't get anybody to like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tone Death rocking.
We have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Marky Knight.